In this AstroPictionary Concept video, we want to go over the interiors of stars, namely the interiors of stars on the main sequence of an HR diagram. So here we are looking at an HR diagram. We have temperature increasing to the left, and we have luminosity increasing vertically. Along the diagonal from upper left to lower right, we have the main sequence. And we have three stars that are drawn with their interiors. A low mass star, M less than 0.5 solar masses, is representative of the red dwarf type. It is a very, very low mass class. Notice the curly interiors shown. That's indicating that the entire interior is just number one, energy transport method. There are three modes of energy transport: convection, conduction, and radiation. The interior of this red dwarf is entirely convection, or number one. Let's go look at the next one up. And that one is a sun-type star. The mass is between 0.5 and 1.5 solar masses. So the sun fits in that category, hence the color yellow. Like in the red dwarf, we see these little curlies, and that's indication that there is convection, and it's on the outside. And on the inside, we see these little lightning bolts, and that is an indication of radiation. That's our symbol for radiation. So in sun-type stars, we have two modes of energy transport. Fusion is generated in the core of the sun, and that energy is transported outward at first by radiation, and then it's transported outward by convection to the surface of the star. Let's take a look at intermediate mass stars, and including high mass, very high mass, and very, very high mass. So everything above, so M is greater than 1.5 solar masses, is this representative interior as shown. On the outside, we have radiation. So we have number 3 occurring on the outside, and on the inside, we have number 1. So energy is generated in the core, and that energy is transported outward by convection. Then it's transported outward by radiation. Notice that sun-type stars and these intermediate mass and higher stars have opposite energy transports. In the case of the sun, number 3 is in the interior, 1's on the outside, whereas in the higher mass stars, 1's in the interior and 3's on the outside. In the lower mass stars, you only have just one case, and that is convection. Notice that of the three modes of energy transport, we don't use conduction at all. Stars don't have any solid, and so therefore there is no mode of transport by conduction.